Hello, this is Ella, and today I thought it'd be cool if I drew a character out of an object. There's this artist I really like. Their name is Rhino Tuna. They've probably heard of them before, maybe, I don't know. I'll show you some of their stuff. They're really good, and I really think it's cool how they make, I like their way their character designs are. It's really, really good. I bought their Patreon a while back. So that was their brushes and stuff. But I watched this person do like a video talking about how the way that Rhino Tuna drew to like make a character design. So I did like what they did because they explained that they made like a little like map, a little mind map. So I made a little mind map on my sketchbook. Oh, I should say the object first. The object I picked Boba, specifically like strawberry milk tea or taro milk tea. Because I thought that I'd like the colors that I could play around with, like the pink and the purples. And I really like Boba. I kind of wish I chose something else to have like a better silhouette, but I wanted to go for Boba and I didn't want to change my decision. So I thought Boba drink. And I kind of like branched off thinking like maybe I could use the lid as like a hat for the character. I was thinking like a cutesy like girl who's like sweet, because I'm just pulling out descriptions of like the drink itself. The drinks are sweet, so like I wanted like a sweet character. I played around with the idea of doing like a swimwear thing where the hat, like the thing I was gonna do is the hat, the little lid is like one of those pool things you put around your waist, and then like the straw was like a pool noodle. Then I started thinking of like gardener. The lid is like the basket, or maybe like they have like a little like straw hat that it looks like it. The straw was what's getting me, because the shape of the lid is like, I feel like is easy to implement, but the straw was a little harder. And then I thought, so my main four that I thought was I had space, swim, garden, or witch, because I felt like witch would be like kind of easy. I played around with different silhouettes on the character. I thought, well, it doesn't have to be a hat, so maybe the thing is like a skirt. It could be a poncho. This is like the design process that I learned in school class. It like helps with like seeing different concepts. They use like the peanut butter and jelly tactic. So I tried to do that. And a big thing that they do is they get like, if you have an idea, you look up the idea that you have to see like what other people have done, see like what they did that you like want to take either inspiration from or something. It's like, oh, maybe I could do this instead type of thing. So I pulled up some. It was actually pretty hard to find, but I found some Boba designs. I bet there's an easier way to look for it than the way I looked for it, but I only found a few. I found like the May design from Overwatch, the one on the bottom right I found first, and then just some other like iterations. I didn't find like a garden one or like a specific one to the one that I wanted to do, like the swimwear, which space. There are kind of like space related like stuff in the one at the top right, but it's not like completely like 100% like space themes. I thought like astronaut lid. And so when I was finally drawing, I guess I had in mind that I wanted to have the lid be the umbrella, because it doesn't naturally have to be like a part of it. Also, it didn't have to be the silhouette didn't have to be exact. I just had to like show that it was Boba in some way, and like, but as a character. So I played around with some different silhouettes, just making like little tiny doodles. I thought maybe I could make the straw her like head and make it like really rectangular, and then she's wearing like a poncho, and that's like in the shape of the lid. The lid is like what I wanted to like get down first to like help figure out things. And I got to a point where I was happy with one of the things where like the hair was like little boba balls, and she had like a poncho, and she had like a little lid hat that had like a straw that like didn't have a purpose other than like being there. And then for a second I thought train conductor, because the straw I thought about like the lid of a grill and how steam comes out of it, so I thought I could do something with the conductor, but I wasn't really sure what to do with the bottom half. I feel like I had like a good idea for the top half, but then like the bottom half was starting to be an afterthought. And then I don't know what changed in me, but all of a sudden I just like really wanted to do like the space one again. So I was like, I'll start over and I'll go with space instead, because I wasn't really sure the concept that I had for the poncho one, because I was gonna have her like be looking a little baby like tapioca tadpoles, but it just didn't feel like it was like a complete peanut butter and jelly Boba plus something else. So I just wanted to go with Boba plus space. So that was the final one I chose. It was Boba and space. So obviously the lid is the like helmet, and then I had to make sure that I had like the other elements like the straw. And I thought that, oh, I could make the straw like the little breathing thing. And so I was really happy with that actually. And then I looked up like different like astronaut outfits and different like character design concepts to like make sure that I like had it like not realistic, because I don't think that what I was going for was like realistic space person, but I wanted it to have like some just like elements of like realism so you wouldn't like not know what it was. Some other things for the design, I wanted the hair to be kind of Boba-esque, so I gave her like kind of like lower like space buns that had like little hairs coming out of it. Since Boba, the shape is really round and more like everything about it's like round, like the cup, the lid's round, the overall like the bobas are all round. I wanted to give her like a softer like roundish look, so I made her, when I'm like actually line arting the hair, I make it more like rounder, and I add like circles like all throughout the outfit to give the actual like boba shape too. I gave her like this see-through like kind of dress that's over her space outfit just to like emphasize the silhouette of the boba. And she has some like boba creatures that are like kind of flying around her, and then she has boba that's like kind of going in and out. And it doesn't have to be boba, it could be anything in the space world now. It just happens to resemble boba. Her boots that has like little like boba drinks in it that's like liquefied at the top and the bottom. Her color palette, I was gonna go just straight purple or straight pink, but I just had to get those colors together because I think they look really good together. And then halfway through when I was coloring her and I made her hair purple, I was like, oh shoot, I just like made my OC Maggie. But then I gave her like more wider hair, and then she was like a lot more tinier and tinnier, so I thought that I deviated enough, and her face was like really round and small. Her eyes, I made ginormous like little boba ball eyeballs. I gave her like a little Boba Cup logo on her like vest shirt thing that I gave her. I was also thinking of other things that I could play around with, was even though that's like the classic Boba shape, it also comes in like different cups before. Like I've seen like a light bulb cup, I've seen like a bear cup, there's like a ton, those like milk carton ones too. But I just wanted to go for the basic shape because I thought that it was like more of a challenge, and I just wanted to like challenge myself. I shaded a different way than I usually shade. I decided to have like a little gray thing and like shade it in like a dark color and then add color over it, which is not something that I usually do, but it was something that they did in like that video I watched, so I wanted to try to do that while still following my own shading style. I lightened up the line art, which I like never do, but I actually liked how it gave it like a soft look. And yeah, that's pretty much all I did, and I was actually really happy with it. I kind of want to do this again with something else, and like maybe I can like spin a wheel and like have like the wheel decide for me what the object is. I feel like that'd be a really nice challenge, because I wanted the first one to be like I just got to choose what I wanted to, so I had more like free range. But once you like hammer down like what you want to do, it like puts you in like a little box, and it helps you like try to think outside of the box. I don't know, I like it, I'm a fan.